All right. Oh. Initiate. All right. Let's see if I can get to floor 6. The only part that was missed was me going back through and making sure that I had the right code. And that it's 665. It's a little bit funny. Because I was just like, oh, is it 666? That would be kind of brilliant. But apparently, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting how to get through here. It's random. Like each person gets a different. No, I actually have to do this. Fine. There's probably one I have easier access to. Okay, that and... Right. There. Once more. Oh, you know, with actual... Of course, this I might not. All right, we got to do the whole file loading thing. I don't know if I have to do 5 again or not. If not, I'll just get this video off and then go somewhere else, which you'll never know. You'll never know I did it. Device manager. 2 floor access controls. Floor 6. 665. Code accepted. All right, looks like we're going to floor 6. So this should be the last puzzle. Should be. Should be. All signs point to this being the last one, but here we go. I don't. Wait, is it going down? Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Option, sound options. Bring that back a little bit.
My beloved child.
Whoa.
Few have given themselves so purely to my cause. Fewer still have learned so much of the mysteries of my garden. Therefore, you may choose to be elevated, to stand by my side and become my blessed messenger in eternity. But know that this is a sacrifice that cannot be undone.
Uh-huh. Okay, so that absolutely doesn't work. Oh, this one's gonna be annoying. Wait. Can we do something like this and be like really clever about it? Nice. Nice. Alright, is there anything else? I guess it could be multiple.
Time to choose your epitaph, for your body shall be entombed, though you shall not die.
Oh wow! I get my own little my little thing. That's kind of cool. Alright, this will be your final resting place. Choose how you would be remembered by those who follow in your footsteps. Purpose of life is to serve the generation to come. I swear I won't be as obscure the rest of the time. I'm not sure this is the right idea, but here we go. Let go of your ego. Perceive eternity. Evitat. What? Wait a second. Every single sigil. No, beating that. Don't make my mistake. Turns out Evitat really means you're dead. Search the land, serve glory for Elohim. This is just my reward. Remember, everything is merely a premise. And the grand equation. I have faith in the designer. I shall be eternal guardian of this world. Made the Hall of Fame. Eat it. I don't know. Yeah. Don't. This should just be my epitaph, then don't do this one.
It is written that there is no greater love than to lay down your life for another. But your sacrifice is greater still.
Oh?
For instead of resting in eternity, you have chosen to serve all the generations to come. They shall strive for greatness, and through you, they shall accomplish it. For you are no longer a child. You are my messenger.
The messenger. So is it really just the third ending, and that's it? There's no Greyon puzzle? Oh. Are you kidding me? Oh, wait, so you do all that? To just... Okay. That was fairly unexpected. I mean, it's... I like how my initial reaction is like, oh, like, this is really cool. We get to, like, be one of those other people who helped, and how that, like, kind of builds back itself into the world. But then to, like, not... I was expecting it to be, like, the hardest puzzle, the most mind-bending puzzle that was going to be there to, like, test my limits. So this is probably gonna be the last video I do, or no, definitely is the last video. So, I guess kind of ending on like my thoughts of Talos Principle. For the most part, I would say I really enjoyed the game. You know, I thought it was a good distinction level of puzzles. That you had the easy puzzles, and then you had the, like, particularly the highlight though for me, of course, is the star puzzles that kind of go outside the parameters of, you know, the in-the-box solutions to beyond those. I think for the most part it did a good job of not being too particular. Like, you didn't have to be super incredibly precise. Like, oh, if you don't put the beacon on, like, this pixel and another one over here, though sometimes that wasn't readily apparent to me. Or I get stuck trying to do something along those lines. I like that they put this kind of detail into the game. Like I said, where you see where all the other, you know, avatars, like where they kind of come from and what they do, to have that story that built through is really nice. But just even the environments, like, it'd be very easy to have something like more downgraded, more simplistic. But yet they actually went and created these pretty lush environments, which I think is really great. I only really ran into like 2 bugs and was just during the same puzzle, from what I could tell. Maybe if I was using third person, I would probably have less trouble lining things up, but so just even having that option was kind of nice. Like, that's just like a little thing that you can just throw into a game. Like, here, let's make it potentially more accessible for individuals. I think that's really great. So I probably would find some fault. 1, super loud game. Could tone it down a little bit. Some of the star things were really not obvious. Like, really, really not obvious, just, like, where they even existed, and kind of running around trying to even figure out where they were. Most notorious is going to be the moon puzzle, which ended up being an Easter egg. Like, that was pretty rough, where I guess you're sort of driven by the menu aspect, which, again, that's another thing I did like, is how they told you, like, how many pieces were there, how many stars were in the levels. They could have not done that, and that would have been so much worse. But yeah, like, certain star puzzles, like, really, some of them really pushed, like, the amount of effort and time you had to kind of, like, put into something. And now, like, knowing this is what the star puzzle end is, it's like, oh, you, like, found them all, this is what you get. Yeah, doesn't feel particularly amazing. And then the other thing was just sort of the conflict between the save states and the rewind stuff. Like, a lot of the puzzles, they had, like, you know, the ladders if you were stuck, or the, you know, or how they had the shortcuts once you were able to beat the game itself or that particular puzzle. But if you were doing the replay mechanic, which was by far the most intense of the mechanics, right? I mean, where you're trying to do, like, these 3 different levels of reality. The one you're in, the one you program your clone to do, and then what you're doing while your clone is operating. And it was very easy to soft lock that in a lot of areas. And where it's just like, oh, I just need to, like, connect with this thing and reset. I think most of those puzzles were mercifully short, though. So even though I'd be like, I didn't like that was a thing, for the most part, it wasn't, like, particularly egregiously punished outside of, say, doing some of those star puzzles where you had to use items from, like, 2 different areas, and if you got stuck, you had to reset all of that. That was quite a lot of progress loss. Also, the game was pretty demanding on resources. I don't know, it was because because of the star puzzles themselves, how they had to, and the detail that I, like, enjoyed in the game. But if, like, having to have those things constantly running at all the times might have been really draining on, I can get the mouse off there, just sort of the PC's resources and a couple different times. Maybe not noticeable in game per se, but there's a couple times where, like, backup batteries, like, hey, you know, you're, like, really pushing it here. Also, I had, like, the loading issues where a lot of the times I would try and start playing, and some people said it was just if you have Discord overlay, it kind of messes up, but other times I didn't have Discord and I couldn't load the game. A little bit of the arbitrary nature of some of the boundaries, where it's like, oh, like, I'm gonna explore these boundaries and hopefully I don't get just punished for it, or it's not, like, sometimes that felt like more of a waste of time, which I'm not particularly a fan of, when you have to, it's like, okay, these things would be a waste of time and you could just avoid them, but you can't because there could be elements of puzzles out there that you need to gather. But I would say, I liked pretty much all the puzzles, like, actually going through and solving the puzzles. For the most part, it was pretty rewarding. Any inconsistencies probably have to do with just, like, you know, sometimes something would click with you versus other ones didn't. And yeah, I'd recommend the Talos Principle. Maybe not at $40. That's pretty up there. I actually don't know how much time I spent on it because I had to kind of do the double playthrough. But I don't know, maybe I could see somebody spending 30 to 40 hours playing through, there was like 130 sigils, give or take, I think. So it's 130 puzzles. Some of them are a lot easier than others, and again, a lot of time spent around just running around. But I would say, for the most part, I definitely had, I enjoyed large swaths of the game. And while I can point out certain little aspects that I didn't particularly care for, I don't think they detracted too much from my overall experience. All right, that's it for the Talos Principle. Bye.